Welcome on everybody to a new series that I am calling Dupe Camp Tutorials with me, your host, Sergeant Source Rex. I got a little bit rambly in my Let's Play Hard Mode series video yesterday, talking about duplicates, morale, their interests, stress, that type of stuff. So I wanted to give a little bit more of a concise sort of tutorial on your duplicates, the way Clay seems to be constructing them these days, and the basic sort of setup of what is, in fact, sort of the AI of the game. If you play on survival mode, these is the stuff that's actually going to be doing the commands that you tell them. You don't really have super huge amount of direct control over the game. But here we have a brand new screen. I'm going to be playing in sandbox for this one, so I can show you some stuff. But here we go. So we have the basic duplicate can be interested in 3 things, 2 things, or only 1 thing. And here they have +7 if it's only 1 thing that they're interested in, is +3 if it's 2, and it's +1. So if there are 3 interests, only +1 skill level. If it's 1 interest, +7, +2, +3. This is sort of fascinating because depending on what this is, it can sort of be more meaningful of a plus, like +10% operating speed. If that's a 10, if you can get a person that only likes operating, so that's 7, and then they're also a grease monkey, that's another 3 in operating. That's going to be pretty high. And that means they're going to use machines really fast, but besides that, they're still going to be a regular old duplicate. So they're not going to be like particularly fast or particularly strong, so it's sort of like you can specialize your duplicates, or you can be like, I'm going to have a small base with a bunch of duplicates that aren't necessarily great at their jobs, but can do a whole bunch of stuff without getting incredibly stressed out by it. And I mean incredibly stressed out about it by it. Let's just go ahead and roll us randomized duplicates, 1 of each thing that we were sort of talking about. Let's get a jack of all trades here. Sure. And then, oh no. Well, I clicked the button. We're embarking. It said it'll not dupe camp, but here we are. Okay, so we got our brand new duplicates. And now here's an interesting thing to think about. Because I wanted to get to this skills tab so I could tell you a little bit more about what I was talking about. Here we have our duplicate nails here with the 3 interests. And one of them is digging. Pretty relevant. Gonna want to train someone in that. Hard digging is one of those things that as a skill is sort of extra important because it allows them to do things that they weren't able to do. For example, like improved farming too just makes them better at farming. Anyone can farm, and over time they will get better at farming by farming. Crop tending lets you do the fertilizer task on like the specific farm room building. I don't find that to be like incredibly useful unless you're like, I'm going to be growing these crops as my food source and it's worth it to me. Again, I find ranching to be incredibly powerful in this game, at least it used to be. I haven't really dived deeply into the latest food balance patch. But I don't feel like they changed that much because some of the old bases that I have still seem to work. Anyway, here we have the 3 interests. And what I'm trying to say here is that if I train nails in grilling, they're gonna basically get this cooking skill to grill usage for free. And they're going to get improved cuisine at a discounted rate at -1. So instead of +2 morale needs, they're going to get a morale point. They see it so that they're actually going to get 2 here when I can sort of only point with my mouse. But as you can see, as I hover over improved cooking here, you're going to see that it's going to cost me a total of 3 morale if I was going to train nails in that. And it's going to cost... But Nails is going to receive 2 morale for training twice in grilling and then improved cooking in things that she's interested in. So it might not be worth it depending on the thing. Like, for example, like you're going to get 2 she's gonna get 3, +3 morale if I can learn her rocket navigation. However, it's still gonna cost 21 morale to get my duplicate all the way up to rocket navigation. So I'm gonna still need to come up with a net of 18 morale somewhere. Like, she's not gonna just be cool with being a rocket navigator if my base is messy, she's like pooping in a outhouse, and, you know, sleeping in a cot. Like, she's gonna get mad stressed if that happens. However, we have some other duplicates here, as we can see. For example, Rowan is only interested in rocket suit navigation. That's it. But, as we can see, their athletics is already 10. So this is by far going to be a very much faster duplicate to do anything I want this duplicate to do. For example, I'm going to tell him to move. Move there. Unpause the game, boom. Nails. Move there. Took a bit longer, huh? Okay, let's have a race. Rowan, move there. Nails. Move there. Game's paused? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Look. Oh! Rowan handily beat Nails across that little bit of span. So there you can see Nails being our little jack-of-all-trades duplicate, interested in a lot, but not really good at anything, is handily beaten in the foot race by Rowan with the 10 athletics. Devon here is sort of the in-between, sort of more balanced duplicate, I guess you could say. You can give them sort of 2 jobs. You don't want to necessarily overtax your duplicates on like 15 million jobs, because they still have to get to wherever you're going, and they still need to get back to the bathroom and their sleeping area and their food and the Great Hall if you want to eat in a Great Hall. So you kind of don't want your duplicates moving around like doing 15 different jobs every day, because then they actually have to get to 15 different job sites every day. It's sort of a similar principle. This game is basically like managing 101. Anyway, this is already a pretty long video. I hope you've got a bit of a better understanding about the various types of duplicates that you can create in this game. The printing pod is sort of interesting in that it's a little different than the starting duplicate option screen, in that the printing pod can give you duplicates that have multiple good or bad traits, whereas in the starting screen you're only going to receive 1 good trait and 1 bad trait. So unfortunately, you can't get in the starting screen a bunch of people with diver's lungs and twinkle toes and early bird and all. Believe me, I've tried. However, you can get diver's lungs and other good things, duplicates, out of the printing pod. So that is sort of a potential benefit to either do the super cheesy thing, which is to save scum for new duplicates, because if your printing pod is fully ready with the says new printables available, you save and quit out of the game and you reload, it'll actually have brand new options. Sort of one of the ways that you can get like basically like NASA level duplicates if you want for a playthrough, or you can just do it the natural way and just hit reject until they eventually show up. I find the save scummy way is rather mind-numbing. Okay, if you're okay with like watching a video at the same time. But we're nearing the 10-minute mark here. I would just like to thank everyone for their support for the first Let's Play that I did. And I hope you enjoyed this brief little tutorial here. Basically just me just rambling for 10 minutes. Thank you all so much, and tune in hopefully later today or tomorrow for more of the Let's Play series. Thanks. Have a good night.